And welcome back to this week's edition of the Steele Report. My special guest right now has been on this program before, so I welcome back Troy Belmer. And Troy is one of the co-founders, of course, of the very well-known suicide prevention and awareness organization in this area based in Dunkerton, known as Alive and Running Iowa. So Troy, you have a big event coming up. It's one of your biggest of the season, so it's always on Father's Day weekend. What's it all about?
Yeah, so thanks again for having us on here. We appreciate everything that you've done for us over the years. So we're coming up, this is our 15th year, which is really surprising that it's been going on this long.
Amazing.
But so we'll have a two-day event. Friday night, which is June 14th, will be a remembrance ceremony where we remember those that have lost someone to suicide. We have a guest speaker that evening, which is actually a family here from the Cedar Valley who lost their 20-year-old daughter about a year and a half ago to suicide. So that's going to be very impactful, something you want to see. There's no charge to get into that. And then we have the 5K on June 15th that starts at 7:30 in the morning, Ron.
It is free, obviously. You encourage families to show up.
Yep. And actually, this year we're going to move it inside to the gymnasium at Dunkerton,
Okay.
the Friday night ceremony. There's always the question of weather and threat and everything like that, and this also allows us to start it a little bit earlier. So they'll start at 6:30 that evening, and we should be wrapped up around 8:30 or 9 with the entire program versus having to wait until it's dark out to use the football field. So a little shift, but we're excited about not having to worry about weather and people wondering, is this still going to go on? So.
Same general location, though.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
Obviously, you can go through Dunkerton and find it pretty easily, right? And also, of course, the 5K run, you always have a great crowd, and this always gives me a chance to show some video from a couple of years ago, and I was really surprised what a large crowd of runners you had, bright and early on a Saturday morning. And how do people sign up for the 5K, and when does that registration, how long does it continue?
Okay, so they can go to our website, aliveandrunningiowa.com. They can register on there. It's open up until basically 7 o'clock the morning of the race. Very affordable 5K.
Yeah, so like a lot of races, you can sign up the morning of the race if you happen to be running a little bit late, but get there before 7, right?
Yeah, so we get time to get them registered and get them to the start line and start the event on time.
You lost a friend, a close friend, while you were in high school at Dunkerton, right?
Yeah, when we were sophomores in high school. So depending when you were born, 15, 16 years old, we lost a very good friend, Roger Doss, to suicide, and that's what started this whole thing. So it was very tragic. You're young, you're trying to go through your emotions, you're just a lot to deal with at the time. So it's been a good way for us to give back to others and try to prevent another Roger.
Yeah, so you're a co-founder, Ryan Nesbitt. Ryan has actually gone into schools, hasn't he? Ryan Nesbitt, your co-founder. And how does that work in as far as, can schools contact Alive and Running about that if they want someone to come in and talk, Ryan or someone else, to talk about what you guys do and how to prevent suicide and bring awareness to suicide prevention?
Yeah, absolutely. They can go to our website, aliveandrunningiowa.com. All of our contact information is on there. Ryan has a couple different formats, but the one that's most popular with schools is we teach a program called QPR, which I tell people is basically like first aid, like CPR, but it's for mental health. So it's question, persuade, refer, what to do in that time of crisis when someone reaches out and says, I'm thinking about hurting myself. And it's an awesome training. It's about 2 hours, so it doesn't take a lot out of the students or the faculty's day as well. Yeah,
QPR, I've heard also Tom Ikas, Blackhawk Ruddy Mental Health Center, talk about that, how just those few minutes can be all the difference. Is that what your research also shows?
Yeah, absolutely. So many times it's a spur of the moment, reactionary decision that if you can just pause and get them to stop a little bit, you probably can save their life.
Yeah, just a matter of 10 or 15 minutes, even 2 minutes, maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Who knows? So do you have any major events coming up? You have had some great speakers and Emma Benoit the last couple of years. What's going on with the group right now, and what are some of the things you are doing to move forward with suicide prevention?
Well, it's like you read my mind. That is our next event. Emma will be coming back to Iowa again. We've started to lay out the schedule. It's going to be in October. Still working out all the details, but it'll be a mix of schools and then some community events that everyone's open to. So super excited to bring her back. She loves coming to Iowa, and we keep trying to convince her she can move here, but it's too cold in the winter. So
yeah, I don't know how many it is. I mean, yeah, she's from the south down there in Louisiana, so it gets pretty warm down there. But I mean, if you haven't heard Emma Benoit's story, it is amazing. In fact, I'll just show you real quickly here the opening from a documentary about her life when she, unfortunately, as a high school student, tried to take her life, didn't she? So watch this just momentarily.
If Emma Benoit is gone, then no one has to think about her anymore. No one has to worry about her anymore. She's gone, and that's it.
911, what's the emergency? Oh my God, my daughter shot herself. Okay, is she breathing? Yes, ma'am, she's breathing. Stay with me, baby girl, please. I want you to say now every single time she takes a breath in. Now. Now. Now.
I didn't have a clue she was struggling.
Seeing her in ICU, she looked broken completely.
You start thinking immediately, where did I go wrong? Cheerleader, great grades in school, popular. Not Emma.
They said I may walk or I may not. They said there's a 1% chance that I will. For as long as I can remember, I have struggled with anxiety and depression.
Well, that's going to be great to have Emma Benoit come back as your main speaker in October, so we'll have more on that a little bit later. But you have other things going on. You've been working with several organizations here to get the word out about suicide prevention. And what's your project with Unity Point Health?
Yeah, we're really excited about that. So Unity Point is putting in an outdoor seating area to work with their patients, and it's expensive to have furniture outside. So we are giving them $8,000 towards that project. There's a couple other donors that are going to chip in to make it complete. I actually just got the approval this morning from Unity Point that everything's good to go. So we all know how important vitamin D is, and it's great to get them outside and be able to, breathe fresh air and enjoy the sunshine and stuff. So we're super excited about going through with that project with Unity Point.
Yeah, because I think all the research shows, maybe we've known this for decades, but more recently, that this is a mental health issue, isn't it, as far as suicide prevention and trying to get to people before they do that ultimate disaster that affects not just them, but so many people around them. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's the ripple effect that happens, after someone takes their life by suicide, and then there's the ripple effect of everyone it affects down the road.
Okay. So once again, talk about the event. It's 14th and 15th of June, Father's Day weekend, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great event. We get so many families that come out, and every year we hear so many people talk about how I didn't realize this many people were affected by suicide. It's been in the shadows for so long that people don't realize how frequent it is, unfortunately. So it's just a great healing event, and it's very lively. We don't have anybody that regrets it.
It's a difficult subject, but you try to personalize it and make it more maybe inspirational, uplifting for the people moving forward. That's what I understand anyway.
Yeah, hope is a huge part of it. Hope that there's better days ahead.
Yeah, hope is an incredible word, isn't it? Troy Belmer, co-founder of Alive and Running Iowa. Always appreciate you taking the time to come in. Anytime you have an event, just let me know. We'll try to get the word out on it. That's unfortunately all the time we have for this week's edition of the Steel Report. As always, all of our programs are online on kwwl.com. So thanks for watching. We'll see you here again next week. Troy, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it.